The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro, bringing you the biggest headlines from around the world. Storms are wreaking havoc in the Americas. In California, USA, Tropical Storm Hilary triggered massive flooding and mudslides in the state's southern part. Authorities said Hilary continues to bring heavy rainfall across the southwest U.S. The U.S. National Weather Service claims that this storm is one for the books, with Hilary being the first to make landfall in Southern California since 1939. Before moving on to the U.S., Hilary also inundated Mexico, killing at least one person. The tropical storm caused flooding in the Baja California Peninsula. In Rosarito, at least 7 vehicles got trapped by running floodwaters caused by the heavy rains. Meanwhile, strong winds caused billboards, transformers, and light poles to fall, resulting in power outages and water cuts in Mexicali. Over in southern Chile, at least 2 people are dead following days-long heavy rains and strong winds. A state of catastrophe has since been announced in the O'Higgins region near Santiago to the Biobío region. Thousands more are currently evacuated or isolated. Chilean authorities warn that heavy rains have been occurring in mountainous areas, increasing the risk of rising rivers, thaws, landslides, and mudslides. From torrential rains to scorching temperatures, Italy is trying to keep cool amid a new heat wave called Nero. High temperatures lingered in Rome and Milan on Monday as the heat wave hit the peninsula. Forecasters predict that the heat wave will bring temperatures up to 38 degrees Celsius, with high humidity levels for at least 5 days. Sweltering conditions are expected to ease by the end of the week with the arrival of thunderstorms. Italy has been at the forefront of extreme weather events since a heat wave hit southern Europe last month. Ecuadorians vote to ban oil drilling in part of the Yasuni Amazon Reserve. With nearly all votes counted, 59% rejected the oil drilling, while only around 40% voted in favor. The vote gives state oil company Petroecuador a year to shutter production in the area. This is expected to result in the loss of about 12% of Ecuador's crude oil output. Indigenous leaders and environmentalists welcome the result of the referendum.
We have saved the greatest biodiversity that has been recognized nationally and internationally. We have saved those peoples in voluntary isolation who today have been heard.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now World. I'm Diego Castro. A nurse who killed 7 babies in a UK hospital has been sentenced to lifetime imprisonment. According to reports, the nurse used insulin on the babies and force-fed them with milk. Aside from the 7 who died, the nurse also tried to kill 6 other infants. Police have yet to determine the motive for her crimes. The nurse, however, did not hear her sentence being handed down as she refused to leave the cells. Ukraine lines up the burnt-out husks of Russian tanks as Kyiv prepares to mark their second wartime Independence Day. Charged shells of armored combat vehicles and other bits of hardware were arranged in a long line, like a military parade of the dead. The Independence holiday comes at a critical juncture for Kyiv, given the slow progress of its counter-offensive against Russian forces. Residents of Kyiv hope the display of wrecked Russian hardware would raise Ukrainians' fighting spirit. Pope Francis appeals for peace in Niger, which remains under military leadership. More in this video, courtesy of the Associated Press.
Il Vangelo narra l'incontro di Gesù con una donna cananea. Fermiamoci allora brevemente su questi due aspetti: il cambiamento di Gesù e la fede della Chiesa. Seguo con preoccupazione quanto sta accadendo in Niger. Mi unisco all'appello dei vescovi in favore della pace nel paese e della stabilità nella regione del Sahel. Accompagno con la preghiera gli sforzi della comunità internazionale per trovare al più presto una soluzione pacifica per il bene di tutti. Preghiamo per il caro popolo nigeriano. Invochiamo la pace anche per tutte le popolazioni ferite da guerre e violenze. Specialmente preghiamo per l'Ucraina, che da tanto tempo soffre. Amen.
And those are the top world headlines of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. The FIBA World Cup starts August 25. Support Gilas. Support Team Pilipinas. Watch and buy tickets to the biggest sports event of the year.